normally in political media coverage, we get to see like the business side of all our candidates.
Yeah.
And would you mind telling us a little bit about who you are and your
Yeah,
hobbies
I'd be
and interests?
more than happy to tell you who I am. You know, I'm very proud of the fact that I was born in Waipahu in a plantation hospital in Waipahu. And in my Hanabata days, we moved to Hilo, where I spent the rest of my time until I went off to college. And for me, these two small rural plantation communities shaped who I am to this day. I grew up fishing, I grew up hunting, I grew up swimming in the rivers like Wailuku River. And, you know, I've had a very, very blessed childhood, much probably like yours out in Kahuku, right? It's
Yeah.
real country where you can play and have fun. And that's what I did. And it really did shape who I am as a person to this very day. For me, how I interpret Pono is how you feel on the inside is how you are on the outside. And if you're feeling the same way on the inside as you're acting on the outside, you're in complete balance. What I encourage all youth, or all young adults, you're a young adult, is to get the very best education you can receive. And you know, public school is a gift, right? You don't have to pay for it. But the community is paying taxes to get you educated. And I would look at it not as a burden, but as a gift. And I'd suck in as much knowledge as I can on every subject you take, no matter how boring it may be to you. And then when you finish school, go out and play hard too, right? Yeah. But live every day to the fullest. Get the best education you can, and continue to be a lifelong learner for the rest of your life. It doesn't stop at the end of high school. You know, I'm 60. I'm still learning. You know, like I'm learning how to stand up paddleboard. It's something new that I've not tried before. If it was up to me, if I could have a say in education, I would be bringing elders from our community, both kupuna who know about, let's say, Native Hawaiian things, but it could be kupuna who are good surfers, or good athletes, or good community leaders, or head of a halau, who would come in and talk about what they do, what the leadership qualities are that they believe you need in order to succeed in life. And those are the kind of things I would try to invite into a school. So my hope is that we'll have more of this kind of thing happening in the future. And I think it starts with you inviting them in, working with your principal, with your teachers to do that. Now as mayor, I'm going to try to get that to happen in our parks, getting programs going where we can bring in our kupuna who are known in the community in different areas to sit with our youth to talk about how to be better citizens. In a down economy, I think we don't cut back on education. In a strong or down economy, I mean, education is paramount to success, and it just means we need to find the resources from somewhere else to make sure that the kids provide education. Being the mayor of Honolulu is kind of like being the janitor, the yard man, the plumber, the electrician, because it's all the nitty-gritty stuff that a mayor worries about. It's making sure your sewage goes away, your water comes on, the grass in the parks is cut, that the street lights are working, that the roads are paved. That's the job of mayor. It's all the nitty-gritty stuff that's up close and personal that you demand to be done every day. Number one, you've got to be willing to work really hard. Number two, you got to be willing to really know the job. To do the job, you got to know the job. That means not sitting at a desk, but getting out into the community and engaging. And number three, I think the best experience is being someone who worked at the city before. I was the managing director and acting mayor of the city. I think I've had the on-the-job training. I'm ready to jump in and start that job. I think one of our most pressing challenges that our community faces is trying to develop alternative energy sources. We're so reliant on fossil fuels, and the price is going up, up, and up. And we need to develop alternative energy sources. You see the wind farms that are going out over in your side of the island. We're looking at solar farms. We're looking at bringing energy from the neighbor islands. I think this is something we need to address, or your generation is going to pay a huge price on oil and energy consumption.
So I'm going to ask you one last question. So just as a word of advice to students in our entire island, what would you give them as advice to how to be successful in work and life?
Well, one, I think every young adult should have a dream. And I believe all of you here, the guys here, all have dreams, don't you? Don't let anyone tell you you can't dream your dream. Number one, dream your dream. The number two, don't let anyone tell you you can't succeed in your dream. Work hard for that dream. Someone tells you you're a woman, so you can't do that because only men can do it. Don't listen. If someone tells you you can't do it because it's going to require a lot of hard work, don't listen. Work hard. If someone tells you you don't have the skill set to do it, go get the skill set. The point I'm making is that in life, the very things that are worth the most, you got to work really hard for. And those are your dreams. I want you to carry your dreams with you. I don't want you to forget your dreams because things get hard. Life is hard. But if you work really hard, you're going to get to your dream.
All Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time. And
Really appreciate it.
We really appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Appreciate it.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thanks, guys.